My dog got out of prison 3 years ago. Did 1.3 million in sales last year with his fence company. He also got a screen company. This man is out here killing it. We got a real hustler, entrepreneur, man. Chris, tell him what's up, man.
What's up, guys? Man, if you were selling dope on the street, you were the hustle man in prison, life ain't over. Life ain't over. It's just beginning. You know what I mean? If you could do it in prison, you can do it on the street. You can do it legit in real life.
How much time you did, bro?
I did 13 years, 9 months.
13 calendar years or what?
13 calendar years straight.
Yeah.
I went in October of 08. I got out August of 22.
Nice, dog. That's nice. Where was you at? Where are you? Florida? In Florida prison?
Florida, yeah. I started off at Mayo, bounced around North Florida, came down to South Florida, finished my bid up at Zephyr Hills.
Okay. And so how long you been out of prison now?
A little over 3 years. I got out August of 22, so I've been out 3 and some change.
Okay, and you started a business right when you got out of prison? Or
No, I worked for a company. Got out of prison, worked for my best friend's father, and then eventually he sold me the company.
Okay, all right. So while you did that 13 years in prison, what were you like doing, like self-development, or what did
the first 8 years I was a hardhead. I was selling drugs, phone game, all that. I got saved in 2017. My friend Nate, he led me to the Lord. I got saved, and then after that I just started living for Jesus.
So you got saved while you were in prison?
Yeah, while I was in prison, DeSoto CI.
And DeSoto was ratchet. How long you was at DeSoto for?
I was at DeSoto for 3 years.
You was at DeSoto for 3 years?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so, and you got stayed at DeSoto. So you was out, while you was in prison, you was wilding out for the first
for the first 8 years, I was just wilding out, doing with whatever I wanted to do.
What is wilding out in Florida prisons?
To me, wilding out was we were just getting money.
Yeah?
We were getting that money, yeah. Selling dope, selling phones.
So you had to plug on cell phones in prison?
I was the plug on cell phones in prison.
You was the plug on cell phones. What's the most cell phones you had at one time?
And then I don't know, probably 9.
That's a lot of phones, dog.
That's a lot of money in the change.
What?
Yeah.
Well, how much you charge for a phone? A stack? 500 stack?
500 for a flip, 1,000 for a touch.
Yeah, we was in prison. We was actually in DeSoto at the same time. I never ran into him or nothing like that, but we was in prison at the same time. So you wilding out for 8 years. Was you doing drugs or just selling drugs?
Both. Doing drugs, selling drugs. More so selling than doing, but doing both.
You smoking Tunchi?
Yeah, definitely smoking the Tunchi.
Hey, DeSoto, man. DeSoto had that black Tunchi, bro.
Yeah,
That's the what?
They call that death back
then. They
then.
was gooking out. What?
Yeah,
No, it was gooking out.
You got that red, the death. You got that helicopter? Nah, I ain't got no. I got the red letters. That's what I got now.
So before you got saved and switched your whole journey up, you always were an entrepreneur? Because you used to sell drugs on the street or what?
Yeah, so on the street, used to sell drugs, rob drug dealers. Any way to turn a dollar, I was doing on the street. And then went to prison. I met a guy in prison, and we started studying like business books, like like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Richest Man in Babylon. Just reading books on business, and and I just wanted to be the best criminal version of me that I could be, and then.
So you were studying business books for what? For the drug trade?
Just for the hustle trade. Just wanted to.
So when you at that time when you knew, of course, you still had like 5-6 years left. Were you gonna get back out and do crime again, or like
before I was saved? Yeah, I was just gonna be a better criminal. I was just gonna.
That's a crazy mindset to have for 7 years, 8 years straight, right? No?
Yeah. It was pretty crazy mindset, and then in an instant, my mindset changed.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. Same exact thing, dog.
In an instant, like I said, got saved. And then I just started incorporating business in Jesus, and it works.
Yeah,
it works. It is a proven definitely proven business.
So you got okay. So you get saved, right? Boom. What do you get saved at? You go to a service in prison or what?
Nah, it was kind of crazy. So me and my homeboy Nate, the dude that led me to the Lord, we were both selling drugs together, and we had like a biblical moment experience together. You know, it was just like the Bible. You know what I mean? That some demons came out of him, and me and him just like literally stopped selling drugs overnight
In prison.
in prison. Yeah,
And what were you selling? Tunchi?
yeah, Tucci. Yeah,
Okay. And you both had experience at the same time?
at the same time.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. And then so then what happened? So you both get radically saved.
Yeah, we both get radically saved.
All right.
Shortly after that, a bunch of other friends of ours that are selling dope, they get radically saved at DeSoto, and it turned it into like a full blown revival. There was like out of 300 people, probably like 100 of them got saved at the work camp. So yeah, it was definitely a very
What?
good time. Yeah.
The work camp. That's a small little
Yeah,
work
it
camp,
was
wasn't
small,
it?
yeah,
I was there
yeah.
too, dog. So I think there was like what, like 100 people on the compound there at the small one?
No.
Less?
70 per dorm. So you're looking at like just a
280.
little under, 280.
Yeah, it was like two.
It was like
literally
288
two
or
little
something like
dorms
that.
on the.
Yeah, 72 each side. So like.
So you
288.
had the whole place turned out for Jesus on the.
It was turned out for Jesus, the whole
Duh.
place. And
Fire. So
yeah.
so you get on fire for the Lord, bro, right? You have this radical experience. And then what do you know, or so obviously you're like, I want to change my life.
Yeah.
Okay. And then so then what did you start doing?
I started doing Bible studies, stopped selling dope, stopped selling cigarettes. Me and Nate started doing Bible studies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Nate became real good friends. We're from the same town. We're both from Cape Coral. So we became good friends, and then and our plan was, we're gonna link up and get out and do ministry together and all this. And
Okay. All right. So then you go. So then are you doing like business plans? You writing business plans or anything like that?
but to be honest, no. At the time, I was just thinking
Study.
we were just studying the Word, getting together, doing discipleship, prayer, stuff like that, and then we thought we were gonna get out of prison and be full time in ministry.
I think everybody does when they first get out for some reason.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm going to Africa.
Yeah. My plan was to go to Texas to go to a Bible college, and but I didn't go.
So you get out of prison, you get a job, or you start, or what?
So I get out of prison. I start working for a couple handyman, and then I go to work for a couple contractors. There's a major thing that happens in Nate's life. He got out 6 months before I got out.
Mm-hmm.
So his brother ended up in the hospital, was in ICU. He called me up. I go spend 3 days in the ICU with him and his brother and his father.
Nate's the one that you had the experience with in prison.
Yeah, Nate's the one I had the experience with in prison, the one that led me to the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And I get out, I hadn't seen him for 6 months. He calls me up one night crying. I meet him at the hospital for his brother. It's me, him, his brother, and his dad there. And we're sitting there, and we've been praying for him for a couple days and stuff like that. At the very end of the third day, when they pulled the plug on his brother, he goes, his dad steps to me, and his dad says, I want you to come work for me when this is all said and done after the funeral. He goes, you spent 3 days in this hospital with me and my family. He goes, you have shown more, I don't know the word for it. He's like, you've been here more than the rest of my whole family has been. He goes, you've been here. You've been in the trenches with us praying for my son. He goes, I want you to come work for me when you get out. I said, man, I already got a job. I'm already working for somebody else. I'm not making really good money.
Yeah.
He goes, whatever you're making, I'll pay you more. And I was like, I didn't even tell you the number. He's like, don't worry about that. Whatever you're making, I'll pay you more. So shortly after the funeral, I went to go work for his father. And I started working for his father.
He paid you more?
And he paid me more.
I know that's right. Yeah, come on now.
Yeah, he paid me more.
All right, and so you went to work with him doing what? What were you doing?
We were doing screens, pool screens, front porch builds, back porch builds. Hurricane Ian had just happened, so we were fixing Cape Coral, Fort Myers.
Mm-hmm.
We were just fixing the area. I was doing screen repair. We were doing full rescreens, new builds, all that.
Okay, and what you do? So you were actually like doing the labor or sales? Or
no,
what?
I was doing the labor. I started off as a helper. I moved up to installer. I moved up from installer to lead installer, and then I ended up being office manager.
Nice. Fire.
Yeah.
All right, and then so what led you into entrepreneurship? Like, so you were like, oh, I'm just gonna. How did you get into the whole business thing?
Um, it was all God. It was placed in my lap. You know, me and his dad ended up becoming close. We were going to church together.
Mm-hmm.
We were, not to say like I personally led him to the Lord, but you know, I was definitely discipling his father, and it was a really good time. And I was working for him. We were going to church, me, him, and his dad. And then one day, he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna take you out to dinner." And I was like, "All right." And he took us out to dinner, and he sat me and Nate down, and he was like, "Hey, I'm just letting you guys know I'm selling my company." And I was like, "All right. I wish you would have said something a little beforehand
Yeah.
before
You done
before
pulled me
I
out
quit
my
my
job.
job."
Yeah.
And he's like, "You don't have anything to worry about. I'm gonna sell you my company." And I was like, "Oh,
What did his
okay."
other son say?
So Nate was cool with it. Nate was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. The other son was very oppressive. He was like, no. He's like, I've worked for you for 20 years, Dad. He's like, you're gonna sell it to this guy. He goes, Dan looked him straight in the eye and says, if Chris is not part of this deal, you guys get nothing. He goes, you guys will run my company into the ground. Unless he's part of this deal, I'm not selling you guys my company.
Because he knew the kids were running into the ground.
Yeah, they knew.
Why? Because they're partying or something. Or he just knows. He just knows.
They're his sons. You know what I mean? You know how it is in the streets. You know what I mean? They're gonna mess up the money.
Yeah, they're gonna mess the church's money out, dog. So dang, bro, that's all God right there.
Yeah.
So what did you feel like at that moment? You're like, what the heck?
Well, I mean, the first thing I told him is, I don't got $1 million to buy your company.
Yeah.
I don't got it. He goes, don't worry. He goes, I'm gonna sell you my company, interest-free payments for 5 years, no money down. He actually gave me $30,000 to start up my company.
Overnight. Became El Jefe, dog. The chain gang.
Yeah.
Did all the stuff you're supposed to do.
Did all the right stuff.
Even going overboard, not overboard, like you didn't have love for the family, but you were staying there with the person and the thing.
Yeah. Spent 3 days.
Dude, look how good God is, bro. So you just go from a worker to a boss, bro.
Yeah. I went from an employee to the boss overnight, and we sat down in an attorney's office. He signed over the company, and then here I am.
You've been grinding since, huh? Well, you've been grinding the whole time. How long did you work there for the guy before all this happened?
I worked for him for 9 months. I only worked for him for 9 months before I took the company over.
Yeah, but 9 months is a long time to.
9 months is a long time, but
if he's working next to you, was he like there every day?
The dad? No, the dad was just out doing the sales. It was me and the 2 sons. We were there every day.
Oh,
and, but I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn the in and outs of the trade so bad. Like in my first 6 months, I learned more than what most people learn in 20 years because I wanted it. I really wanted it.
Why? You were thinking about starting your own company?
I bought my own screen truck. I was just doing like.
Oh, you were investing.
Yeah, I was investing. He's seen that. He's seen that I bought my own screen truck and that I would get off work and go hustle and go bust out 2 or 3 side jobs after work.
And he didn't care.
At first, he was tripping, but after he was like, you know what? He goes, look, don't get caught. He's like, don't get caught working without a license. Don't get caught working without a license. He goes, because it'll mess up your chance to have a license later on. And I was like, and I didn't realize at the time. I thought he was like
mad,
but
he
was just trying to protect me.
Nice.
Yeah.
So he worked with you for 9 months. Well, not really, but he was there. Seen your work ethic, seen that his kid's been there for X amount of years and they never did nothing with it.
Yeah. Well, he was, I think one of the things, like me buying my own screen truck, he was really impressed about because, even his sons hadn't bought their own truck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They were always looking for a handout. You know what I mean? They were looking for him to buy them
because they get the entitlement.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of entitlement. And his sons, like I said, his son was my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Met him in prison.
Is he still your best friend?
He still is, yeah.
Good. That's fire then. That's cool. So it didn't mess the relationship up.
No, I didn't mess the relationship up. But
because what did he come back and tell you like
he wanted me to be a partner with him. He was happy. He was
Yeah.
genuinely
Is he still working for you?
no. He actually got in a real bad motorcycle accident a little over a year ago. He got in a real bad motorcycle accident, and he can't work anymore.
Dang, son. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Is he straight though?
Yeah, he's good up here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like he can't.
He don't got the function.
Yeah, he don't have the function. His mind's there, but his mind doesn't operate his body the way it needs to operate.
Nice. So you get the business, right?
Mhm.
All right. And then I mean, what do you start doing immediately? Do you start like, does the profit double, or like what happens when you get the business?
So we were at the time more so a word of mouth company because he had been business for like 20 years.
That's normally how old business
Yeah.
guys are. They don't believe in ads. and all
Yeah, he
that.
didn't believe too much on the ads and stuff. We were like a
Uh-huh.
word of mouth company, but it was a very well established company. So when I took it over, you
Yeah.
know, I added SEO. Yeah, search engine optimization.
So you went what you went and got like a marketing team, or you did it yourself?
Yeah, I went and got a marketing team. I got a guy named Solomon. He's the best. I went and got a marketing team, and he just started growing my company, and then we started adding employees.
Did you know what you were trying to do, or did you just have to go to someone and have them?
No, he worked. So when the father sold me the company,
Mm-hmm.
he worked for me for a year. He sat there and just guided me. You know, he was definitely a big brother. You know what I mean? He just sat there. He's always been a father figure, but he just sat there and guided me through the whole process.
And you did it yourself.
And I did it myself, yeah. And we went from doing everything old school, like paper and pen, and everything's now digital. You know, all of our we have, you know, QuickBooks is amazing. Definitely get QuickBooks if you got a small business.
Yeah. What is QuickBooks for all the people what's QuickBooks?
QuickBooks helps you get paid. When people, a lot of people will try to stick you on payments and stuff like that. Ever since we got QuickBooks, it helps you get paid.
Yeah.
It helps you send invoices, estimates, stuff like that.
Fire.
Definitely fire.
How much is it a month?
Not much.
Is it an app or a...
It's an app, both app and you can do it on the web. It's like $100 a month. It ain't nothing.
Yeah, no, that's fire, bro.
Yeah.
QuickBooks. So, what else? What other? You got another? Is there some other apps you know of real quick?
For us currently, you have like House Call Pro and Jobber and stuff like that. But for the industry we're in, it doesn't work that well.
Yeah.
Because like a CRM doesn't work the greatest for us because sometimes we need to add a job on the fly, and it's hard to do it through those apps to add a job on the fly.
I know it definitely is. With the water filtration, we use Jobber, so I know exactly. It's like it's a little too much.
Yeah.
Like you're putting
It's hard for us. So
So what do you do? You just write it out?
Yeah, I just put it in their Google Calendar. I schedule it in the. Have my brother-in-law. He schedules it in the Google Calendar, and the guys know what they got to do for the day.
Okay. And so you have how many employees you got?
Including myself, is 6 of us.
You got 6 employees.
Yeah, I got 5. I got 4 installers, 1 salesperson, and myself.
And what does the salesperson do?
He goes out. He does sales. He goes out and he takes all the measurements. He gives the quotes.
Okay.
He's our face of the company.
Nice.
He's out there all day mingling with the customers, stuff like that.
So sales is quoting too. That's dope.
Yeah.
So all he does all day is ride around quoting and stuff like
that's it. He rides around job site to job site,
measure,
give estimates. Yeah.
And then where do the leads come from? Google?
Majority of our leads probably come from Google.
What about Facebook?
We do get a lot of leads from Facebook.
Yeah.
We post in a couple of local groups and stuff like that. We post pictures a couple times a week. We should post pictures every day of the week, but we post pictures a couple of times a week. Majority of my leads come from Google. So, be sure to start your Google business page. It's super important.
For just anybody out there, like with the way AI is these days, you can literally do the Google ads yourself. I'm not saying they're going to be perfect or like optimized like you were if you were a professional, but you got ChatGPT. You can literally drag and drop.
Yeah, definitely. Google, 2 things that Google loves, like the I call it a machine, the Google machine. 2 things it loves: post pictures on Google. Whatever you're doing, whatever business, post pictures, post pictures, post pictures. Second thing, get reviews. Post pictures, get reviews. before you know it, instead of you don't want to be paying all these money for Google ads. You want stuff to come in organically. You know what I mean? If it comes in organically, it's free. So as long as you're posting pictures, getting reviews, stuff's gonna start flowing in organically. And once it flows organically, that's less money you got to cut out to the Google man.
Yeah, no, that's fire, dog. That's good, bro. So reviews and
pictures. Post pictures on Google. Post pictures on YouTube. I think YouTube owns Google, so they sync. So
100%.
Post videos. When you post videos, post little 30-second clips, so you can post them up there. We started off when I took over the company. I think there was like a mid 100. I think we had 150 reviews. Now we're pushing 400 reviews for my company, and then reviews is what makes.
How long have you been working at the company now?
I've owned the company a little over two years.
Nice.
October was 2 years.
So what as far as revenue, has it doubled or what?
It was in the six figures.
Yeah.
Before I took it over, he had never broken the $1 million mark. And now the business is in the 7 figures.
You're in 7 figures, so you just hit 1.2?
Yeah, last year was 1.2, and then this year's definitely gonna probably be bigger.
That's what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
First out the chain gang on them, dog.
Like anybody ever say, like, man, you be doing $1 million business? I'm like, yeah, right.
Yeah,
but it's possible. You know,
yeah,
it's
dude,
possible.
bro got a fire truck out there. He's got like a jacked up, a Ford Lariat?
It is a Lariat, yeah. F-250.
Hey, that sucker jacked up, bro. Probably like $120,000 or something like that.
It's $120,000.
So no, fire, man, fire. So people watching this are getting out of prison, and they want to become an entrepreneur, or maybe they don't even know what they want to do. What advice would you have for someone getting out of prison, starting with nothing?
Starting with nothing. Surround yourself with the right people. Get plugged in with the right people. Don't go back to hanging out with Jim, Bob, and Joe, and don't go hanging out with the same people you were hanging out with before. You want a new mindset, you hang around new people. Work your 9 to 5. Get you a 9 to 5.
Come on.
Do whatever you got to do. You got to live in a halfway house. Live in a halfway house.
Yeah.
Whatever you got to do to succeed, you do it. You get a 9 to 5. Start your business. Start your entrepreneurship business.
Yeah.
Work on it while you're working your 9 to 5. Once this business becomes more profitable than your 9 to 5, that's when you go full time. But make sure it's not just your in season. It has to be something that long term is going to be more profitable than your 9 to 5. Don't just jump in and say, you know what, I just got out of prison, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur, and you're winging it, but nothing, you ain't got no revenue coming in. No, go get the regular job, work the system, and then once your business is more profitable than your other business, slide into it full time.
Yeah, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with a job. You gotta work. I mean, it's not the end all. It's not like the end is me working a job. You gotta go get a job. You gotta flip burgers.
Whatever you gotta do.
Ride a bike. Get that, because a lot of times you actually have more money than people. Like, for instance, when I was working at a restaurant, I didn't have no bills.
Exactly.
All right. So, I mean, I'm probably making like a stack a week, but it was a lot back then because my rent was I think I was paying like $1,000. I don't know. My rent I didn't have no bills, dog. It seemed like I had a lot of money, right? But then you get all the bills and all that stuff and you're making more money. It just goes out.
Yeah. Stay away from debt. One thing I would do if I got out of prison tomorrow, I would start, after you get a job, get a secure credit card. Get that so you can build that credit. You know what I mean? I started building my credit after prison, and I got like a $40,000 line of credit right now. You know what I mean? So I could go buy a new truck on a credit card right now.
Bang, bro. What bank's that?
I started with Suncoast Credit Union.
Suncoast is fire, dog. I like Suncoast, dog.
I started with a $500 secure line of credit.
I did, bro. Literally, my second day out of prison, I got a $300 secure limit credit card, and that's how I ended up. That same bank ended up giving me $20,000. Just starting with that secure credit. I mean, it took a couple years or whatever.
You I know my credit's probably not the greatest now because we just bought a house. That dropped me down, but I was in the high 700s.
I'm about to say, you talk about it's like it's not good, man. It's like a 650. What is 660?
It's like a 740 right now.
Hey, it's like it's not good.
It's not good. But I would have been.
Yeah.
I think I'd have been in the 800 range right now if I didn't buy a house.
It's not good. It's like
Yeah.
750.
Yeah, it's like 740.
I got crappy credit.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed. Mm. Chris, man, I appreciate you coming out here. So my dog gets out of prison, bro. Gets a business. Literally just gets out of prison, does everything he's supposed to. Freaking God blesses him with a business. Got a wife, beautiful family, truck, man. Dude did 1.3 million in freaking gross.
Yeah.
Dog doing his thing right now, bro. You guys can do it too. Use your past as an excuse. Don't use your past as an excuse to not succeed in life. Use your past as fuel.
Yeah, as a stepping stone.
As a stepping stone, right?
Yeah, use your past as a stepping stone. Don't let nobody tell you that it's over for you. Don't feel like it's over. I had 2 capital felonies. Don't feel like it's over for you. Don't feel Don't feel like it's over for you. Life ain't over. Life ain't even started till I hit 34 years old. I spent all my 20s in prison, and I got out, and life is just blooming. It's like a flower. It's opened up.
Come on.